We're back. Confidently incorrect. It's always interesting to see people being very confidently wrong. Like how can someone be so proud of not knowing anything? Anyways, let's just jump into it. Nothing can save this. Apparently this article from CNN hasn't made the news. Does it not make you wonder why this hasn't made the news? A 5-year-old boy riding his bike in front yard shot. Is it not newsworthy? But it's being shared by what seems like CNN. Father of a 5-year-old boy killed in North Carolina says the suspect was a neighbor. This is a bit confusing because in the title in itself, it says 5-year-old boy riding his bike in his front yard shot. But the news says father of 5-year-old boy is killed. So the discrepancy between what this person is saying and the news in itself, and also it's on the news. It's on the news. Where do you think you're sharing this information from, man? A black widow spider bit me twice today, and I didn't have to go to the hospital because my fiance is a badass. He sucked out the venom, then counteracted it with rue, an Italian herb which works as an anti-venom. Another great reason to grow your own medicine and food. Okay, let's have a thought experiment, okay? Let's have a cup of water, alright? And if you drop like a food coloring in there, you know, and you quickly want to save it, and you're like, oh man, you may have saved some of the like coloring, but it's in there, you know, like the color is already in there. It's done its work, and you're not helping yourself by ingesting the venom either. Like, that's just not how it works. Please, if you're ever like bit by something, don't just suck it out, because it's like, this is not how it works. I guess women that have gone through the menopause aren't women. Roughly 37% of women in the US. Oh my gosh, grammar. What is a woman? They have XX chromosomes. They were born with a uterus and ovaries. They have menstrual ovarian cycles. They can give birth to another human being. Okay, so I think everything's wrong, right? People who went through menopause don't have a menstrual cycle. And also, some people are born with complications. There are many women out there who are born with complication of the uterus or ovary. Some people are born intersex, right? Like, there are many reasons as to why one may not be able to give birth to a human being, but it will still be classified as a woman. Take what you will. I'm no religious scholar, but Donald Trump is Jesus Christ. For someone who highly believes in your own religion,
Go Trump!
He represents the godly people of the United States of America.
it's interesting how much you get it wrong. I can clearly see the guy in the back with a lunch tray. The troops are aghast that this buffoon is the president. Digs into that pizza pie like an animal before soldiers got any in the military. The senior officer always eats last and have the manners for crying out loud. The guy in the back kind of has his arms over, a tray of food. Like, people look for anything they can find, and just like absolutely shits on it. It goes for both sides, you know. Whoever is opposing to the party will always find something to talk crap about. Like, this guy can give his whole life savings to charity, and they'll still be like, well, he just wants attention. People need to calm down. People just need to calm down. Behind the sun, then that means it's quite close, not 93 million miles away. Giant hamsters. The disrespect, what is that? A giant hamster found in the streets of Brazil. Capybara. The disrespect. Have you never seen a hamster in your life? What the fuck? concerning words. Learning nurse from Nurse Ratched. Learning nursing is interesting that this is pretty accurate because schizos normally don't have brain damage that can actually recover from their condition. Nursing student but calls people with schizophrenia schizos and think there's a cure for schizophrenia and doesn't know you can recover from brain damage. Literally everything you said is wrong. Oh man. I study psychology and never have I once heard someone said, yeah, let's learn about schizos today. Like, no. Judge Jackson says you need a biologist to determine a person's sex. So isn't that an admission that sex is biological? You're making up arguments for yourself. Sex is biological and gender is your identity. Your gotcha is like it's like okay, and we know that. Like if you're gonna be objective to something or like making fun of something, at least have your facts straight. Is there a magic medicine to cure everything? Won't we all not die? Old age isn't sickness. You can't die from old age. We can't die from old age. If you don't die from any sickness, how do you die then? Just one day, just ascend. No, that's old age, right? I don't know. The greatest American of all time, Jesus Christ, stands with the truckers in Ottawa, Canada, against the COVID-19 vaccine. For being so in love with your religion, going so deep into it, how do you know so little about your own religion? Jesus is not American. Like, I know that like some people in the church that I was associated with during my like schooling times, they do like trips and stuff to the birthplace of Jesus, and it's not in the US.
In this theater.
So let's
Why
find
do you
yours.
have to have mine?
It's not your
Go
seat.
away.
That's not
I
gonna
pay my money. I have a right to
to
it.
sit in your seat, correct?
Yes,
that's
my
not,
seat.
That's not your seat.
How can you tell it's not my seat?
Because your ticket has your seat number on it.
Whatever.
Let's find it.
Whatever.
This can easily...
Seats in this theater.
So let's
Why
find
do you
yours.
have to have mine?
It's not your
Go
seat.
away.
That's not
I
gonna
pay my money. I have a right
to
to it.
sit in your seat, correct?
Yes,
that's
my
not,
seat.
That's not your seat.
How can you tell it's not my seat?
Because your ticket has your seat number on it.
I've heard about in the US that there is like no assigned seating in some places. So like Drake and Josh. Every time there's a scene in a cinema, it seems like there was no assigned seating. So I didn't know that there was. In Malaysia or in the Netherlands, there's always assigned seating. Because it makes sense. If not, people would like fight and stuff, right? And it's easy to like control how many people can get into the theaters and stuff. How is it? If there's like a seat number on your ticket and he's like, it's not assigned seating. These random numbers on my ticket is just like design choices. Well, I think a public freakout is the perfect way to end Confidently Incorrect. I hope you enjoyed this week's installment of stuff. Brain cells are all gone now, so I'm gonna try and regain them back. Have a great week. Go be kind, go be nice, go do all the nice things. Come on, it's not hard. You know what to do. I don't like self-promoting, so do it yourself, you know. Anyways, till next time.